It is clear by now that Adams Oshomole's suspension may not put Nigeria's ruling party, the All Progressives Congress (APC), on the path to peace. Many Nigerians, rightly or wrongly, see Mr. Oshomole as a major obstacle to stability in APC, even though the party's crisis appears deep-rooted and beyond the suspended chairman, but is a part of the problem nonetheless. It is about 4 months to two crucial governor elections, the EDO election in September and Ondo October. The event that happened in less than 24 hours after the Court of Appeal ruling on Mr. Oshomole is an indication that the APC crisis has just moved on to the next level. Shortly after the court ruling, the APC announced the Deputy National Chairman, South Abiola Ajimobi, as the acting chairman of the party. The next day, the Deputy National Secretary of the party, Victor Giadom, backed by a court order, declared himself acting national chairman of the party. And then, like a game of ping pong, majority of the members of the APC National Working Committee (NWC) came out to ratify Mr. Ajimobi's appointment as acting chairman. But since Mr. Ajimobi, a former governor of Oyo State, has been very ill and hospitalized, the NWC asked the party's national vice chairman, South, Iliad Etta, to stand in for him because Etta is from the same geopolitical zone with the suspended national chairman. Meanwhile, a group of APC members from the southwest has come out to disown Mr. Ajimobi. The group said the position of the APC Deputy National Chairman South is vacant with a pending court case on it, and therefore Mr. Ajimobi was not eligible for the appointment as acting national chairman. With the new way things are right now, Mr. Giadom is really some bad news for Mr. Oshomole and some other leaders of the party, including Bola TINUBU, a man highly regarded as the national leader of APC. Who is Giadom? Mr. Giadom, 56, is a close political ally of the Minister of Transportation, Rotimi AMEACHI. He once served as Mr. AMEACHI's commissioner for works when the latter was Rivers State governor. Mr. Giadom, handpicked by Mr. AMEACHI, was Toyin Cole's running mate in the 2019 governorship election in Rivers. But both men, however, could not contest in the general election because of a court judgment which declared that their party APC did not have a candidate for the election, thereby paving the way for Nyesom Wike of the People's Democratic Party to easily win the re-election of Rivers governor. The court judgment against the APC in the Rivers election was a consequence of an intra-party dispute between Mr. AMEACHI and a former senator from Rivers, Magnus Abe, over Mr. Abe's governorship ambition, which Mr. AMEACHI disapproved of. Victor Giadom, Mr. AMEACHI and his allies, including Mr. Giadom, believed that Mr. Oshomole and other APC national leaders backed Mr. Abe in the Rivers APC crisis in order to cut down the minister's political influence in the party because of the 2023 presidential election. Chris Fineborn, a former spokesperson of APC in Rivers and Mr. AMEACHI's loyalists, told Premium Times Mr. Oshomole and other APC leaders gave covert support to Mr. Abe against the minister. Adams Oshomole has shown too much ambivalence to issues pertaining to Rivers State. Mr. Finebone said, if Adams, for example, wanted to show leadership and discipline in Rivers State, would Magnus Abe go and set up an alternative state secretariat of APC? The plan has been to weaken APC in Rivers State because of Mr. AMEACHI, he said. Mr. Finebone said he did not know if Mr. AMEACHI was in support of Mr. Giadom's moves to take over the APC national leader. He, however, said the minister has been betrayed by many people. People thought that by now Mr. Victor Giadom would have been swept away. That is not how things happen in politics. Mr. Finebone said of Mr. Giadom's current fight in the APC. Mr. Abe's appointment into the board of Nigeria National Petroleum Corporation could be viewed as a way of rebuilding APC in Rivers around the former senator ahead of 2023 presidential election. Abe was appointed by Timipre Silva, the Minister of State for Petroleum and not APC, Mr. Finebone said. We know the reason he gave him the appointment was to spite AMEACHI. Mr. AMEACHI lost out again recently in the APC crisis Rivers when a high court of the state declared Igo Aguma of Mr. Abe's faction the chairman of the party in the state, thereby taking the party off the minister's control for now. The APC National Vice Chairman, South Mr. Eta, who Mr. Finebone said is pro-TINUBU, said the party has accepted the court ruling on the Rivers APC crisis. Mr. Eta, to the consternation of Mr. AMEACHI faction, barred members of the party in Rivers from appealing the court's ruling. Mr. AMEACHI's faction, however, disregarded Mr. Eta's injunction and has appealed the court's ruling. Although Mr. Gyadom left Abuja in 2018 for the 2019 Rivers election, Mr. Oshiomole had granted him a waiver to continue to discharge your official duties to the Deputy National Secretary while pursuing your political and campaign activities. Okay, that was what Oshiomole said. The waiver was in line with Article 31 of APC Constitution. Mr. Oshiomole said in a September 14th, 2018 letter to Mr. Gyadom. Okay, so now it's the Oshiomole that is saying, oh, Mr. Gyadom should fear God or should put God in everything he does. In May 2019, the APC did not only accede to Mr. Gyadom's request to resume office, but had asked him to act as the party national secretary after the former secretary, May Mala Boni, got elected as Yobe State governor. A power struggle within the APC has been going on quietly between TINUBU and Oshiomole on one side and Mr. Oshiomole and others, including allegedly Governor Nasir Rufai of Kaduna. On the other side, the Oshiomole-Obaseki rift was just a small part of it until it became the epicenter in March this year when a federal high court in Abuja suspended the party chairman. Here are 4 things to take note in the crisis. The court order against Mr. Oshiomole was based on his earlier suspension by the APC leadership in his ward in Edo State, which apparently was instigated by Governor Obaseki. Mr. AMEACHI and co anticipated Mr. Oshiomole's suspension and had prepared Mr. Gyadom to take over the party leadership. Mr. AMEACHI, 3 other ministers from the South, Osagi Ehanire, Minister of Health, Festus Keyamo, Minister of State Labour, and Godi Agba, Minister of State Power, had closed in on Mr. Oshiomole and almost removed him from office, but for Mr. TINUBU's intervention. Okay. And finally, the APC National Executive Committee meeting, which would have decided Mr. Oshiomole's fate, was adjourned indefinitely on March 16 by President Muhammadu Buhari after Mr. TINUBU issued a public statement reprimanding those pushing for the chairman's removal. Mr. TINUBU said those who were plotting Mr. Oshiomole's removal saw the national chairman as the obstacle to their 2023 political ambition. Other members of the APC NWC who are working with Gyadom are Mustafa Salihu, the national vice chairman, northeast of the party, and Lawali Shuaibu, the deputy national chairman, north. After Mr. Oshomole survived the plot to remove him in March, he recalled Mr. Shaibu from a controversial suspension as part of a reconciliatory effort. But when Mr. Shaibu, a former senator, resumed at the APC National Secretariat, he declared support for Mr. Obaseki's re-election ambition, apparently to send a signal to Mr. Oshomole that the fight was far from over. Asiwaju Bola Tinubu, at least 15 of the NWC members out of 20 are said to be loyal to Mr. Tinubu and Mr. Oshomole. After declaring himself acting national chairman of the APC, Mr. Gyadom was sacked from the NWC by the majority members who said he is to be replaced with Wogu Bombs, a former Attorney General of Rivers State. To underscore how rattled Mr. Oshomole has been lately, The suspended chairman, in an interview with Chinese television, appealed to Mr. Gyadom to put God first and put our national party's interest second. That was before Mr. Gyadom was sacked from the NWC. It is instructive that immediately Governor Baseki perfected his plan to defect from APC to PDP. The Edo government house published a flyer with the inscription, "Did we not tell them? Hashtag Edo is not Lagos." Apparently mocking Mr. TINUBU, who has almost absolute control over who becomes governor of the state. Mr. TINUBU is still effectively in control of the APC at the national level, but the political battle would play out in days to come in courtrooms and in the Edo governorship election. Governor Baseki has defected to PDP, where he is likely to become the party flag bearer in the election, but he has strategically left behind some of his loyalists to control the APC structures in Edo, where they would take up a spoiler role against Mr. Oshiomole and Osagi Izeyamu, the man that the suspended APC chairman is backing in the election. These are the things that you see them, they will be doing. But do the work. Let your environment, that is my concern. See all of them, they go abroad. But let your environment be okay. Put effort so that your places will be like, your place will be like all those places you go to. They will not do it. It's just have to be in power. They will be rigmaroling, moving around circles, no meaningful development. But when it comes to all these bad games, you will see them, they will be so professional. Oh my God. Somebody will say, or people will say, who do Nigeria? APC is history in Nigeria. It is demonic political party, according to Samaila Panaki. Oh, a political armed robber is like the devil narrated in the Bible. He comes to steal, kill, and destroy. His selfish desire must be met. Else, unfortunately, Obaseki offered himself to be used. APC is a frying pan. PDP is fire. By the time situation in Edo gets to the boiling point, emergency situation gets solution. When a man allows wisdom to travel away from him, foolishness leads him straight to the Golgotha. APC will not dash Edo to PDP no matter what. Thumbs up for the writer. The real architect of the problem in APC is TINUBU. He has taken the control of the APC and wants others to keep quiet. His ambition is superior to the party. He sees himself as heir apparent, which is not wrong, but not to stylishly subverting the rules and regulations using his protege Osho Baba. However, the fight among politicians is good news to the masses, and I pray they destroy one another. They will still come back, but at the end of the day, what will be the gain of the people? Because everybody just be happy. But these people, they will still come back, and well, it is, at the end of the day, whether we need this a lot we need to do that we are not doing, because most of the time we just say, okay, let God take control. But God will not take control. We have been on this journey, this suffering, this journey, we've been on it for a very long time, and we've prayed, and nothing has happened. That means there's something that we need to do, that we change the narratives. Because if we keep calling God, he will not come, because he has given us the brain to do the needful. These people will just be taking advantage of the masses. Like I said, if all these strategies they are putting in place, they put the same strategy to develop this country. Like you talk about Bajabiamila, all of them, Atiku, they will, any little thing they've gone to what is it called, Dubai, gone to everywhere in the whole world. Other people too, going to other countries. Have they asked themselves question that these people, this place you are running to, you are individual, they are, these individual people, they are more richer than the politicians over there. Have you ever seen those politicians coming to this place? Ask yourself, where do they get money to furnish their country? You will be running there. But if to strategize to make your country to be one of the best country in this world, so that even all those politicians will be coming to your place to be buying houses, to be doing pet party and all of that, they won't do that. They will not do that. They will not even bring in their expertise. But when it comes to all these shenanigans, double crossing each other, I want to be in charge, so that they will be giving themselves appointments. They will give this one this appointment. That is all they are concerned about. Forget it. They don't care. They care about you. They will tell you somebody is a professor of politics. Oh, this and this and that. Forget it. Your life will still remain there, and they will continue to do what they are doing. And they know that at the end of the day, it's not as if it's going to favor them at the end of the day, but because of that temporary position and enjoyment, it has beclouded their sense of reasoning. So guys, let's hear your opinion concerning the tussle between AMEACHI and Jagaban. Leave your comment below and let's have your take on this. Thank you very much. Bye.